Hey guys, it's Alex back at it with another video. Typically on this channel, I like to create discussion videos, but today I have a full-fledged theory video for all you guys. This is about a pretty random character being Goharu's mom Yoshino, also known as Talia in the dub. Yoshino's job revolves around drawing, and we know that she's drawn images of her daughter to post in magazines before. So what if I told you we actually know of a manga she's created, and that it's a real manga that's serialized in the Japanese magazine Chow? Maybe this sounds a bit far-fetched, so let me explain this all. So first of all, how do we know that Yoshino is a manga artist in the first place? Let's turn to episode 11 for this, where she has a conversation with Goharu about her job. In this conversation, Yoshino says that her childhood dream was to become a manga artist, but she ended up quitting and became an illustrator instead. So is my theory dead then? She specifically said that she gave up on becoming a manga artist, right? Well, I don't think this means she isn't a manga artist. Hear me out on this one. What exactly is an illustrator? A quick Google search defines it as a person who draws or creates pictures for magazines, books, advertising, etc. But this is a very vague definition. So I think that Yoshino's job as an illustrator covers a lot of different bases. She probably spends plenty of time on graphic design and such, but that doesn't mean she doesn't also draw manga along with graphic design. She's not specifically a designer after all. Besides, what was the reason she decided to not be a manga artist in the first place? She only ever said she was giving up on it. Maybe she decided against solely being a manga artist because of reasons like not being paid enough and wanted to be a general illustrator to do more and make some more money? That's just speculation on my part, but regardless, I think it's safe to say that just because she's not solely a manga artist doesn't mean she can't draw manga every once in a while as part of her illustration job. Alright, so what is this manga she draws anyway? Let me introduce you to the manga Daisuke Pocket Monsters. This manga follows Goharu and her friend Mika as they explore the world of Pokemon alongside Ash, Go, and Pikachu. From what I could find online, there are only 2 chapters and both are only 4 panels long. Being this short, it makes it even more likely that Yoshino was able to draw it while working on other illustration jobs. It's not like this is a weekly 20-page long series, but rather something she can draw in an hour or two and then submit it for the magazine. So this is our first piece of confirmation that Daisuke is Yoshino's manga. So let's get into some more reasons on why this is the manga that Goharu's mom draws. In episode 29, Goharu got upset when she saw a drawing of herself in an unnamed magazine that Yoshino drew. How do we know this was part of a manga and not just an illustration advertising some sort of product? Well, the answer lies in one small line Goharu says, where she states that her classmates read this magazine. Her classmates are all around 10 years old, and is she really concerned that 10-year-olds are going to be looking at advertisements? Of course not, they're kids, they're in the magazine for the manga. And what's more, this magazine is definitely the Chow magazine that Daisuke is serialized in. Chow is a shoujo magazine aimed specifically at young girls aged about 8 to 14. This is the perfect age range for Goharu's classmates to want to read, and for them to see this manga in. Alright, so let me recap for a second. Daisuke is about Goharu and her classmate Mika, so shouldn't we see Mika in the anime? We've seen plenty of Goharu's classmates and some of her close school friends, however none of them look a thing like Mika. So who is Mika? She's gotta be real to be in this manga, right? Well, I do think Mika is one of Goharu's real classmates, however she's not actually named Mika or looks anything like her. Picture this, Yoshino can get away with drawing Goharu since she's her daughter, but not with drawing any of Goharu's classmates, since she would have to get their parents' approval. So she instead took one of Goharu's classmates and changed her name and appearance in order to avoid angering any parents. Or Mika could just be an original character, created to not anger anyone. It doesn't really matter either way. Alright, so that makes sense. Mika was created to avoid being sued. But wait, hold on a minute. Ash and Go are in this manga. How did she get away with drawing them? Well, there's an explanation for this too. Goharu has been friends with Go for forever, so it's reasonable to deduce that Yoshino is friends with Go's family. She could have sent Go's dad a quick text to ask if she could draw him, to which he would say yes. As for Ash, Yoshino's husband is his employer and is acquainted with his mother, so Sakuragi could have asked Delia for Yoshino and gotten the same answer of yes. And I have no doubt that Delia would allow it. Her son is, or at least should be, a celebrity at this point, so he's no stranger to be featured publicly, so Delia's probably fine with it. Before I get into the final piece of evidence, I want to let you know that less than 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. If you've made it this far into the video, you probably enjoy my content, so maybe consider hitting the sub button. You could always change your mind later. Anyway, I'll continue with the theory. Alright, I feel like I've probably hooked you on this theory so far, but I know there's one looming question that could prove this theory wrong. This manga isn't actually drawn by Yoshino. but rather an actual, real-life, non-fictional manga artist. Her name is Hinata Ayu, not Yoshino. So, let me blow your damn minds. Hinata Ayu is actually Yoshino's alias or pen name, and yes, I have evidence. I dug deep for this, looking into Ayu, or should I say Yoshino's, Twitter and blog, which I'll link in the description of this video if you would like to check them out. Anyway, what does Ayu look like? Well, I couldn't find any selfies or face reveals, but she has an icon that represents her, and posted a screenshot of her trainer and Legends Arceus, and both have the same colored hair as Yoshino from the anime, being a pinkish red. I also spent a bit of time scouring her blog, although it was kind of hard since I can't read Japanese. Luckily, I have my best friend Google Translate. It seems that she's done a lot of work in Chow magazine, drawing some smaller series like Daisuke, and also illustrations for the cover and such, proving she's not just a manga artist, and more of a general illustrator, just like our best friend Yoshino. So yeah, Yoshino is actually a real person, and her screen name is Hinata Ayu. So there's my theory. Yes, I know this is one hell of a stretch, but there's a hell of a lot of evidence too. Let me know what you think of this theory, and if you want me to create more theory videos in the comments below. If you're interested, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.